In Influence Is Your Superpower, Zoe Chance explores the psychology and science of influence, offering practical strategies for ethically persuading others while staying true to your values. Chance, a professor at Yale School of Management, breaks down how influence works in everyday life and how anyone can learn to harness it effectively. Unlike manipulative forms of influence, Chance advocates for responsible, people-centered techniques that encourage cooperation, enhance relationships, and create positive change. The book covers key insights from behavioral science, social psychology, and negotiation techniques. Through relatable examples, personal anecdotes, and research, Chance demonstrates how influence is not only a tool for personal gain but also a force for making good things happen. She teaches readers how to tap into their inherent power to influence others, dismantle the fear of rejection, and confidently navigate social and professional environments. The core premise: influence is natural and powerful. Zoe Chance begins by emphasizing that influence is a natural part of being human. It's not reserved for leaders or charismatic individuals. Everyone influences others in subtle ways daily. Whether you're convincing a friend to join a dinner plan, leading a team at work, or negotiating a raise, influence is at play. The key, according to Chance, is learning how to harness this everyday power in a conscious, ethical manner. Chance challenges the misconception that influence is about control or manipulation. Instead, she defines it as the ability to inspire, persuade, and guide others to make decisions that benefit both parties. Influence is a superpower when used with integrity, and it enables individuals to create positive change in their lives and communities. The two systems of thinking: alligator brain versus judge brain. One of the central concepts Chance introduces is the idea of two systems of thinking: the intuitive alligator brain and the rational judge brain. The alligator brain refers to our fast, instinctual thinking, emotional, automatic, and shaped by evolutionary survival mechanisms. The judge brain is our slower, more deliberate, and logical thinking, which we use for analysis and decision-making. Influence works more effectively when we appeal to the alligator brain because this part of our mind is responsible for quick decisions. Most human behavior is driven by automatic, emotional responses rather than logical reasoning. Therefore, Chance argues, it's crucial to craft persuasive messages that resonate with people emotionally and instinctively rather than focusing solely on logical arguments. Key takeaways on the alligator brain include: simple and emotional appeals work. People are more easily influenced by messages that are clear, straightforward, and emotionally engaging. Complex or overly rational arguments can overwhelm the alligator brain and lead to resistance. Framing and storytelling. Framing an issue in a way that triggers an emotional response is far more persuasive than presenting raw data. Similarly, storytelling activates the alligator brain by making the message relatable and memorable. Chance advises readers to use their judge brain to design their influence strategies but to aim their communication at the alligator brain, where decisions are more often made. The power of no and fear of rejection. One of the biggest barriers to influence, according to Chance, is the fear of rejection. Many people hesitate to ask for what they want or initiate difficult conversations because they fear hearing no. Chance stresses that hearing no is a natural part of the process of influence, and it should not be feared or avoided. Redefining number. Chance encourages readers to view no as a stepping stone rather than a failure. Every no brings you closer to a yes. In fact, hearing no is often a sign that you're pushing beyond your comfort zone, which is necessary for growth and success. Ask with confidence. To influence effectively, you must be willing to make requests and ask for what you want. Chance points out that people are often more willing to say yes than we assume. Research shows that most people are more agreeable and cooperative than expected, especially when approached with confidence and kindness. Handling rejection. Chance advises that after hearing a no, it's important to stay calm and remain polite. The way you handle rejection can influence the outcome of future interactions with that person. By accepting no graciously, you maintain a positive relationship and increase the likelihood of future success. Charisma and persuasion. The role of warmth and strength. Chance delves into the components of charisma, breaking it down into two essential traits, warmth and strength. Both are necessary for successful influence. Warmth is about being approachable, likable, and empathetic, while strength refers to confidence, competence, and the ability to take charge. Warmth first. Chance argues that people are more likely to be influenced by those they trust and feel comfortable with, which is why warmth is a powerful foundation for influence. This includes smiling, making eye contact, and expressing genuine interest in others. Strength builds respect. While warmth opens the door to influence, strength solidifies it. Demonstrating competence and confidence earns people's respect, making them more likely to follow your lead. However, strength without warmth can come across as intimidating or authoritarian, which can repel rather than attract people. To cultivate influence, Chance advises readers to balance these two traits. People who are both warm and strong inspire trust and admiration, making them natural leaders in both social and professional settings. The power of questions. One of the most effective tools for influence, according to Chance, is asking questions. Questions engage the listener, make them feel valued, and invite them to participate in the conversation. This sense of involvement makes people more likely to accept your ideas because they feel ownership over the outcome. Questions over statements. Rather than making declarative statements or demands, ask questions to guide the other person toward a desired conclusion. For example, instead of saying, "We need to solve this problem," you could ask, "How do you think we should tackle this issue?" This approach fosters collaboration and increases the likelihood of a favorable outcome. Open-ended questions. Asking open-ended questions encourages deeper conversation and reflection. It allows the other person to express their thoughts and feelings, which helps build rapport and trust. Chance emphasizes the importance of listening actively to their responses, which can provide valuable insights into their motivations. Why questions? One of the most powerful forms of questions is the why question. Asking someone why they believe something or why they made a particular choice prompts them to reflect on their values and thought processes. This can lead to a deeper, more meaningful discussion and a greater likelihood of persuasion. Reciprocity and the principle of giving. Reciprocity is one of the most well-known principles of influence, and Chance highlights its effectiveness in building trust and goodwill. When you give something to someone, whether it's a favor, a compliment, or helpful advice, they often feel an unconscious obligation to return the favor. This creates a cycle of positive exchange that strengthens relationships and increases your influence. The power of giving first. Rather than asking for something up front, Chance advises offering value first. This could be as simple as sharing useful information, offering assistance, or showing appreciation. When people feel that you have contributed to their well-being, they are more inclined to reciprocate by supporting your requests. Giving without expectation. Chance emphasizes that giving should be genuine and without the explicit expectation of getting something in return. When people sense that your actions are transactional, it can diminish trust. True influence comes from building goodwill through authentic generosity. Small gestures matter. Influence doesn't always require grand gestures. Small acts of kindness and thoughtfulness can have a significant impact on how others perceive you. Chance illustrates how simple gestures, like remembering someone's name or offering a kind word, can strengthen bonds and increase your influence over time. Behavioral triggers and the importance of framing. Chance explains that much of human behavior is triggered by subconscious cues. By understanding these behavioral triggers, you can frame your messages and actions in ways that lead to more favorable outcomes. Framing matters. The way you present information can dramatically change how it's received. For example, framing a task as an opportunity rather than a challenge can make people more enthusiastic about participating. Similarly, emphasizing what someone stands to gain rather than what they might lose is a powerful way to shift their mindset toward cooperation. Social proof and authority. People are heavily influenced by the behavior of others, a principle known as social proof. By showing that others have made similar choices or by providing examples of authority figures who endorse your ideas, you increase the likelihood that others will follow suit. Anchoring. Anchoring is another behavioral trigger that can influence decision-making. The first piece of information someone receives, the anchor, shapes their subsequent judgments. For example, when negotiating a salary, the first number mentioned often sets the tone for the entire conversation. Being aware of anchoring allows you to guide conversations in your favor. Conclusion. Owning your superpower of influence. Zoe Chance closes the book by reiterating that influence is not a rare gift possessed by a few. It's a skill that can be learned, developed, and mastered by anyone. The key to becoming a person of influence is recognizing that the power to persuade and inspire others lies within each of us. By leveraging the principles of influence with integrity, you can not only achieve personal success but also contribute to the well-being of others and the world around you. Chance urges readers to embrace their superpower of influence with confidence and responsibility. Whether in personal relationships, professional settings, or social causes, the ability to influence others is a force for good when used ethically. By practicing empathy, asking the right questions, giving generously, and framing messages effectively, anyone can become a powerful agent of change.